For me to go to Mombasa, we had a certain understanding.
Okay.
Agreement.
Oh, so it was an order.
It was an order from above. At that time, above was very... You can never define order from above that time.
Kambio wewe enda chezea Mombasa.
Enda chezea
Nairobi wachana naye.
Usilete ujinga.
Now, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for taking time to be with me. For this analysis, I want to tell you something very much classified about this meeting, which happened between Babu Sonko and JOHO, and this Joho's brother, the one they call Abubakar Joho, or some people always know him as Alpha Joho, okay? And first of all, you see, when you look at this Joho's brother, he's the eldest brother of JOHO. He's a very interesting man. In fact, in the coastal region, actually, he is known as the coastal bastion because he is a man of muscles in the coast. During the time when Joho was the governor, every time he was being accused as the only one or the one running the county government of Mombasa, Joho was just there to be the governor by virtue of holding that position. But in reality, his brother was the one running the county government of Mombasa. He has been recorded in the media as such a heavyweight, both in business and in political dealings. And when we see how media is, giving the very, very high voltage information about him, they always say that when you see him appear in a meeting, there are two things that you must know with that kind of meeting. Number one, that meeting is highly voltaged in the political dimension or highly voltaged in the business dimension, or even both. So for this one, because we always do political analysis, we just want to focus on the classified information about the politics of this meeting. Now, let me start in this manner. You remember the time Mike Sonko met with Embakasi East MP Babu Owino. What were they saying? Babu Owino said that mbele iko sawa. Sonko came and said mbele iko sawa. So the mbele was the Nairobi, okay? The Nairobi County in 2027. That was the mbele. At the same time, just a few weeks or so after the meeting between Sonko and Babu Owino, Babu met JOHO in the presence of Junet Mohammed, and also you bring on board Ledama Olekina. But that one, you can actually bring two factors, the ODM factor and also Babu Owino aligning with that faction. Because, remember, right now as we speak, see, Babu is being very much careful with everything that he's doing in ODM. He knows that if he doesn't extend his networks outside ODM, his quest for Nairobi might fall with a third or might be dead on arrival. Right now, for you to make sure that you have Nairobi, you must go past your, party. If right now Mike Sonko cannot actually come back to Nairobi, however much he has the popularity, however much he has the 100% assurance that if he comes he might win, it will not be very much viable for him. And so the only person who can actually leverage on that is Babu Owino. And so at the same time, if Mike Sonko cannot be allowed to contest in Mombasa County, then definitely he will be left as a man who can only rally behind somebody. And when he rallies behind somebody, they will definitely win as early as 6 a.m. The standing between JOHO and the current Mombasa governor, Nasir, okay? You can't actually foresee an instance where Joho will turn against Nasir and say, if Sonko comes to vie for Mombasa's seat, I will give Sonko. No, it cannot work like that. So either there is something that they were aligning in as far as when the time is right, when the time comes, if Sonko is having anything to do with ambition to go for Mombasa gubernatorial race, they have to ionize it. And because they are friends in business, that business that Kenyans were really trying to insinuate, because they are friends in that business, they cannot actually be at loggerheads with one another in the political realm. Otherwise, they will collapse their territories. They will collapse their empire. And so it is very appropriate for them to start aligning things as early as now. So at the end of the day, Sonko can only remain to be a force that is, making somebody become what they want. And Sonko can play the kingmaker in Nairobi County and Mombasa County because he has the muscles, he has the force, he has everything that it takes for him to be the kingmaker for the two counties. So the classified leak about this meeting is that everything is going to stop with Mike Sonko. Mike Sonko is going to be the kingmaker in Nairobi gubernatorial race, and at the same time, he's going to be the kingmaker in Mombasa gubernatorial race. If he decides that he's not going to come back for Nairobi and at the same time not going to give it a shot for the Mombasa seat, then he is going to be left as the kingmaker for both counties. Watch out for that, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for that. The only one person who was missing in this meeting is Babu Owino. Perhaps he was attending it virtually, and maybe that is the reason why Joho and Sonko were pointing, this is the direction.
Then Kalonzo akakuja sikula tiaga akasema yeye ametumwa na president former, nikiwa kwa cell, the president former wants to talk to you through my phone.
Okay.
Nikaongea na former president, who is still my good friend, because after that watu hawajaelewa, for me to go to Mombasa we had a certain understanding.
Okay.
Agreement.
Oh, so it was an order.
It was an order from above. At that time above was very, you can never define order from above that time.
Kaambiwa wewe enda chezea Mombasa.
Enda chezea
Nairobi wachana naye.
Usilete ujinga. So nikaongea na my former boss, akaniambia wewe. Huyo mtu utaachana na yeye. Na usipoachana na yeye, utaona. So mimi sema nitatii, sawa boss. Nimeona dust, lakini sikuwa nastuka sana because umetaja mambo ya shimo la tewa before. So sikujali. We'll come to that. Jela hii mambo ya kawaida.
We will discuss the shimo la tewa.
Watu wanakaa kama majela za waya, maendasileta kukojua barabarani nini hawaja kula ngumu. So mimi wanacheka watu wengine wakiongea.
Yeah.
So Kalonzo akakuja, ananiambia sasa utaenda Nairobi hospital, masiku zimebaki, utaachiliwa huko, but from today hataki kuona watu watangatanga karibu na wewe.
So the Nairobi hospital situation was a plan to remove you from jail.
Yes, I was taken there.
So ukuwa mgonjwa?
No, pressure was definitely sisi unajua Bobina, hata wewe kuna ugonjwa uko sangi uko nayo bila wewe kujua. Enda kesho upimwe na
mimi ugonjwa niko nao ni poverty.
Hapana, enda kesho upimwe pressure.
Ndio pressure iko sawa. Poverty tu.
Kuna ugonjwa huwezi kosa, utapatikana tu nayo.
So as we thought you were dying, kumbe ilikuwa ni plan.
Okay, nilienda huko, my pressure was high kidogo. So nikiwa huko kaambia utatoka ukuba ya Manchester police wakuja kuniona na Gishomo, who is no longer there now. Watu wa NSIS wala walikuwa wamekelewa nichunge. So from there kutoka nikapelekwa sasa kwa mkubwa.
From Nairobi hospital?
After some days. So, bail.
Let me just ask this for the sake of asking it. Ulikuwa unafanya nini Nairobi hospital? Kuchill tu?
No, my pressure was high. Sasa vile nililetewa sasa my intimidation, nika play their ball, kusema sawa.
So ulitibiwa Nairobi hospital?
Nika play kwa sasa Nairobi hospital. North wing, actually, I was next to Kibaki. Kibaki alikuwa north wing, mimi nikakuwa next.
Kwa hapo?
Hapo next to yeye. Kasema okay sawa, nyinyi ndio wenye nchi.
Kutoka State House.
We live to fight another day. Nyinyi sasa ndio wenye nchi, tutafanya namna gani? Ni sawa. So kutoka kaambia sasa wewe utatusaidia BBI. Tutusaidia kutafuta kura ya president Nairobi ya Raila. Tutusaidia ABCD.
That was also an order.
ABCD. Nikasema sawa, yes sir.
Yes sir.
Now, also remember, you see they always say where there is smoke there is fire. What Kenyans were saying could be true. That the meeting, they know the exact agenda of that meeting. What did we have in last week? Last week, we saw the USS FBI in town holding high-stake meeting with our security men, the intelligence, all right, the DCI. And if that business is real, what Kenyans are insinuating, they need to adjust. The players in our country need to adjust. Remember the time US wanted to ban Joho? Remember what they have been saying about Mike Sonko? There is something more to what the eye can actually see. So perhaps maybe Kenyans are also right when they say that we know the agenda of this meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you next. Have a great time.